Hello and welcome back. I'm Beeble Joe. This is Workers and Resources Soviet Republic Season 4, technically Episode 5. Today our main goal is don't die, we have 355 ruble in the bank, and we also want trains. How are we going to do that? Let's start with the good news. One, turning off crime on this branch, starting with hard money, was definitely the way to go. I'm very happy with that. Our population recovered nicely. We have a lot of higher educated workers, which I'm not sure. It was supposed to have changed. It was supposed to be harder to get there, so something is still a little funky there. Probably just messing with the numbers. We only have 685 workers. I said at 800 I want to start thinking about the crime and justice, or turn it back on. I think I will try to start a new city today, at least some groundwork for it, where we can house the court and the prison, both of them, which will be very expensive. So before we get there, I really want us to get started on trains and just the train infrastructure that we still have to build with the rail distribution office. Well, I may skip the depot, but we also need the rail construction office over here. Otherwise, that's not going to work. All of that needs to get done, and without it, we will have a problem on our hands. And I just saw that this road is not connected, so that's not helping. Another thing, I did tell you at some point, I will show you when the bauxite processing plant is done. I didn't. As you can see, it's done. It's working. It's not, we're not producing enough raw bauxite to make this totally worth it. We are currently, I can't even see, like, we are producing some, but it's not enough. These two excavators are not doing it. I will add the third one, but I probably have to add another bauxite mine here, which, that's fine, but we need to get a rail line up there. First, though, I did play a little bit while you weren't here, which is why the bauxite mine is done, which had some consequences. I had to take out some loans. Currently, we are at 350,000 plus 20, so 370,000. I think the minimum number of loans that I will have to take out and worry about is 1 million. And I don't even think that 1 million will be enough for all the train things that I want. But it's a pretty good start, because you have to start somewhere. So let's go in here, pay back whatever I owe. So 5874. Why do I do this? Honestly, I don't think I'm at 6. Okay, whatever. Return money. Why do I do this? It feels like it's easier to maintain. I think Rever started this. He did that at some point. He was only willing to take out one loan at a time, and if it was bigger than 2 million, he didn't want anymore. I kind of like that. I'm not saying that I'm going to do the same thing, but as you can see, I already started paying off the money pretty well. And I'm doing this pause simply because it's a lot easier for seeing what number you have to type in here, because I'm not a fast typer, as you can see. But yes, so that's what we're going to do today. I would love it if I can get to the, let's do this one, 130, 179. I would love it if I can get to, are we all good now? I would love it if I can get to the next city. That would be great. I have to wait a little bit on all of these guys, but I think they should disappear tomorrow. That would be good. So we have 1 million loan. We have 700,000 sitting there. I don't want to waste that money. That is very important. I did, in the meantime, while I was playing, I did lose some people. So not going to lie there. This guy's sitting there, which is not necessary. Something with the pathfinding is a little off. I'll just allow that for now. But I did lose some people. Let's look at the people graph really quick so you know what I'm talking about. There was a little bump thing here. I think I was out of food. I was out of something. Something wasn't producing enough to keep everyone happy, and that was the problem. And now we are here. Great. Cool. Off to actually doing some work. We are making money. There are 2 trucks currently exporting bauxite, and they're making about 1,000 a trip. Plus, I have 2 buses set up that bring workers out here. What's your distance? Traveling in vehicle at that point. I am curious to see what the traveling time is with snow, because if this is not long enough, I have to add a snowplow. And it looks like I have to add a snowplow, because oh, we're so close. We're so close. Are we going to get like a handful of workers in, or is everyone going to be gone by the time we get in there? Nope, everyone is gone. So I will definitely have to add another snowplow place over here. Otherwise, it's going to cost us too much money to not do that. State? No. Road. Yes. Road. Depot. Maintenance. Yes. Technical services. Parking spots. 4. Sounds perfect. If I'm smart, I put this in a place where I already have power connected, because then I can get fuel up here and I don't have to get another gas station out there. So that is excellent. Get this one on here. It's winter, so they're not going to get it done. I'm pretty sure about that. All of these seem to be working pretty nicely and pretty fully staffed, so that makes me pretty happy. Let's get this one going. And if we get that one going, we have to get this one going. These two are currently not ready yet, because I need a road connection to it. Otherwise, this is not working at all. So let's redo that. And yes, we are back to building. I'm not planning on doing a lot of episodes about nothing. We had a fair share of that. I'm not a fan of the half episodes. Like when you see an episode not as a full number, as a 3 point something, I usually put that in the thumbnail so I make it as obvious as I think I can. That just means there's not going to be that much going on. Oh, I replaced the terrible horse buggies with real excavators in the construction office, so our terraforming is not going to take a full episode this time. Let's see here. Hey, can you go around that? Actually, that's pretty nice. Can you go around on this side? You can. I like this. That's pretty cool. May cause some trouble, but for the construction office, once we need this area, we will need all that stuff going. And once this one is started, I will probably start over here. Worker-wise, yeah, I think we are full. How many do we have? 21-year-olds living with parents. So far, nobody. But that is just a matter of time. There were 2 spots in the last one I just clicked on, so that's a little scary, and I can't afford losing people. Let's get these 2 also constructed, even before this one. More important, the workers, most important resource in the game, hands down. Without them, if you run out of workers, your whole republic collapses. If you have to rebuy workers at that point, you usually don't have enough money to do it. Even if you have millions of dollars or billions of dollars, rubles, whatever your money is that you want to play with at the end, does not mean that you can afford replacing all your whole republic with those workers. So keep that in mind. Anyways, train aggregate loading. Should I use one of these? Is that cheating? Is this cheating? We are in 1953. Putting a huge thing like this out here feels more cheating than putting a little tiny thing like this out here, even though you have the wrong connection, and I have two rail connections currently set up here. I don't think we need that. I think this... So there's 2 trains of thought here. One, this will supply gravel to a lot of the Republic for what's about to come. So this may not be the best thing. Also, I'm not going to build this right away, but I would like to plan for it. Otherwise, I'll forget about it, and that will be a bigger problem than the other things. So let's get this one in here with our new excavators. They have speed 10 instead of speed 3, so life is a lot better. But it appears that a lot of excavators are currently working on construction settings, which is honestly a good thing. Okay, that one is in. Get that one also road connected here. I do wonder if this... It looks like it can cover those buildings as well, which is actually really, really good news. Rail, where is it? I need... Yes, this is concrete. Just making sure, clicking my things around there a little bit. I need the concrete one, otherwise I am screwed. So, that's good. For the rest of the beginning now, I will assume everything is just single track, because that is more than sufficient in this update. Before, you couldn't really do single track because you needed too many trains to actually do something, but that is no longer the case. I will also build a tunnel up the hill because I think it's a little easier and quicker than the opposite. And we'll see how that works. But I want to get up here. This is the area I obviously have to load up, and I'm trying to figure out if I need to, if I feel like... So this is bauxite. Yes, I'm going to make this a terminal, and I will use the train aggregate loading station from here. Sorry about the snow. Every once in a while, that's just going to be necessary, and life will go on, I promise. But yes, I will make this a terminal right here, because honestly, I don't know what else to do with it yet. I will figure out at some point what we're going to do, but for right now, I don't know what to do with it. So once a train gets here, rail junction, dead end. Oh, what? What? Oh. Well, in that case, if I can't actually connect to this thing, then I know what we're not going to use. I do not test the mods beforehand. If you know me, if you watched any of my channels, it's... I used the road construction or demolition tool there on purpose to avoid this nonsense, but I'm not going to revert. I'm not going to do it. It's really frustrating. It's really annoying, but here you are. Okay, great start to the episode. I am great, wonderful. Thank you. That was the best. Which also means this one is probably not connected to... Oh no, you're still assigned to a construction office. Excellent. Cool. Let's get back to the thing. So that mod is not working. That is great. So mod number 2, I have high hopes for you. That'll be great. You need... Oh, come on, game. That's not what we're going to play right now. That would be great if I can actually place this in a way where this can now be a through station. Because, you know, this gravel road is so close to our power line that it decided that it couldn't do what I needed it to do. So that's just fabulous. I will take that as a win. Doesn't have to be straight, just has to be good enough. Cool. That is in. Excellent. And I won't forget what happened here because this is ridiculous. It's just good. One thing that I want to keep in mind here, I want to get up the hill, but I don't want to take up all the space because honestly, this area looks great for prison core, just a big city and all that stuff. So I would like to get that in there. Let's get this train. I don't have an excavator in the construction office. Where are they? I mean, obviously they're doing something more important, and that is great. Maybe I just have to wait a couple minutes to get these guys done with what they're doing. How's money doing? Unemployment is nothing right now. That is good. I was scared because it said zeros everywhere, and that was not always a good thing. But I think we're okay. Let's wait until all these excavators are done with what they're doing, because that's just how this game works. And once they're done, I will send that little fire engine that stands over there by that other building home to do something more useful than waiting here, not doing anything. Because that scares me. I don't know if they actually make it home when this happens. There they are. Now they're going home. Cool. You, fire engine, go home. I don't need you there. Global market. Yes, something about oil. Sounds exciting, I suppose. Do we have 21-year-olds without own flat? Not yet. That's... Oh, I'm impressed by that. But it looks like our workers went up. Workers with higher education went down a little bit. Interesting. But that is fine. In that case, the excavator should be soon. Should be back here soon. I could... Actually, let's just do this. You can actually call your excavators home. Call all vehicles home. That going to be worth it? Probably not. No, that's not going to be worth it. Did you actually get this done? Oh, you got it done. Awesome. Distribution office. Yes, you have spaces. Come out. Oh, the joys of playing with mods. That's great. You just don't have internal storage. That is, honestly, it's not the end of the world. Let's buy something that is useful here. Snowplow, for example. There we go. No, this one looks wrong. 19 versus 19 versus a 19. They're all 19. So you're the cheapest, you're the winner. I'm only going to get one for all the way out there. I think that should be more than enough. And cool. You go there, and then once you go there, you're going to go all the way back to the fuel station, which is here, and then you're going to start doing something. That's excellent. We're in January, so we're close to snow is overtime, which is also really exciting every once in a while. Great. Are the excavators back yet? I don't see the... at least one. There's one. There's at least one. There's a big crane. Cool. Yeah, let's get that one done. Okay, great. Now, here, go. Up this hill, get it really close to the hills. Oh, I should have just terraformed there. It's like I'm doing this for the first time, but that's not the case. I promise. I know what I'm doing. Most of the time. Sometimes. Often. I know what I'm doing very often. Yes, we'll go with that. Yes, right here. And now tunnel. Tunnel above the terrain. This is what I was hoping for. Because I did that... This is 7,000 workdays. This is not the end of the world super long. I'm actually kind of happy with that. And this is steeper than what the bridges can do, which... I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. The game lets me do it for right now, so I'm going to exploit it a little bit because this map is going to play super slow just by the nature of the new update. So if I can make my life just a little easier, I will. There are tunnel digging machines planned actually at some point. So we should keep that in mind. I know I said earlier I'm just going to treat this as single track, but this is working a lot better than I expected. So I may as well do this the right way. Can I connect to you? Yes, I can. And then I just connect to you. That's great. Give me that tunnel. Let's do it from the same side. I think that's a little... more promising. That actually looks... I was just gonna say, that actually looks really nice, and then I realized I'm not actually connected there. Never try to connect tiny pieces, it won't work. Instead, just do what I just did, where you just take back a little bit more and then reconnect it. So that is good. I would like this one to find a connection here, somewhere. Don't care where. You're not playing ball, so I will play ball for you. Yep. Sometimes it works, and sometimes you just have to force it a little more. And this is a nice long piece of track, which means I may add a crossover right at the beginning of it. Perfect. That should be good. That gets me to where I want to go. I think the other building is being constructed. Yeah, these have everything they need. They just need more stuff. And we have boards here. They just have to be delivered. Which these vehicles, I didn't realize that they only go up to 30 kilometers per hour, which is really slow. Oh, this is one thing. I added one bus as part of the bus route. This is a separate bus route though, so there's nobody. This was a separate bus route at some point, and then was set up to be the same thing. It's not what I wanted. I will just do it like this, because there's always a chunk of people just waiting here that I didn't expect and didn't need there. Having the bus, an extra big bus, just pick those up every once in a while is a really good relief for everyone that needs to do something there. Yeah, I did set the heating plan to just 20 because it seemed to be enough workers, especially if happiness is up enough. Yeah. Well, let's look what our happiness is. 66, average productivity, not happiness, 66%. More than enough. I think that is pretty adequate. Great. So here we're going to get the bauxite from. Let's find a good disconnection location. Actually, I need to get past on the right side of that little pylon that's already sitting there. Yes. Yes. And then these, I don't know what to do with you yet. There's a hill just coming up. At some point we'll probably have to worry about that. So yeah, no, I'm planning to run this series a very long time. So don't you worry. I'm not going anywhere. We're going to get this done the right way, hopefully. Don't click the auto build button on accident. That would be really shameful. There's the last snow of the year. Maybe, I don't know. We still have almost a month left. Yummy tea. Yeah, I'm back to my roots. When I started this channel, I was drinking tea a lot, and I just haven't for a while, but now I'm back. Cool. So this one, they can get started. I will need a track builder. That's probably going to be 100,000. I need a real train once this one is done, plus a couple wagons. That's going to be another 200,000 or 300,000. So this number better not go down. I could pay off a little bit now, so I could reduce my interest. Do I hate that idea? Do I love that idea? Do I need to do that idea? We have so much food here, which is really good. We don't have clothes ever sitting there because there is one truck. This one? Yeah, that's a clothing truck that always does all these things. And I think I will remove the export stop because that truck is so small. Doesn't have to do the extra trip. And if the truck is full and just goes between the orphanage and the shopping center all the time, I think I'll be very okay with that. Can I set you to like, yeah, 10. Just increase by 3 people. That may be enough. Government loyalty. Oh yeah, that's right. I have these guys. Intelligence office. We know now what our government loyalty is, which is very, 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 very important. Because that means I can tell these guys, hey, only 30% loyalty, which we have 30, 30, 30, 30. It is probably the max that I can work with here. Same thing here. I would only like people with 30 because that should mean my loyalty overall could go up without adding a radio station. So that is actually really helpful. And I need high loyalty before I turn crime back on. Otherwise I have those problems. This almost looks like letters. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so snowplow's doing its thing. I did mean to buy another excavator for up there. I probably don't need that right now, but I would like to do that right now before, you know, they get more expensive over time. This our guy. Yes. Change the depot, go all the way up here. Perfect. Yeah, the export right now is just not picking up enough, and I also make it hard to export, and they can only export 12 tons at a time. Trucks are just not a great export vehicle. Period. So, let that do its thing. This one, as unfortunate as it is, I will need to upgrade to gravel again. Please. There you go. You stop fighting me. Ow, ow. Okay, there you go. And then this was something 2 viewers actually pointed out. If you find a piece of road that just wants to do this, it's just like, I can't do the whole thing. They pointed out you can just use the bulk upgrade tool, which is just left shift and then drag, and it just takes the whole piece between both nodes instead of what you can drag to with your mouse. So there you go. Now this is gravel road for later, and our construction office already picked that up. At least I'm pretty sure it would have. I like to see that these are all busy. I don't like to see that all we have left is a couple bulldozers sitting there. So yeah, we have to work with that, I suppose. Are we going to get 2 trains today? Well, let's start on planning the next city, and then we will see how much time we have left afterwards. I would like, for right now, ooh, can I can. Oh, this is great. I was worried that I was going to be stuck. We're going to get down here. That's not very nice. that's not very nice. Where are my excavators? I may have to time lapse a little bit until we're done with the excavators here before I do more. There are 2. Where's my 3rd one? Do I have 3? I don't remember. 1, 2. No, I only have 2. So 2 excavators sitting here. Let's get them done with their job. And they're off to the races, and the left excavator is turning around, spinning around, and getting all the dirt off its shovel, where the right excavator is doing exactly the same thing, just in a little different style, at a little different rate. But it looks like it's a head-to-head race, and my throat is hurting a little bit, but that should not stop us from enjoying this nice little contest of who gets the construction office finished first. So far, the answer is nobody, because everyone's busy, nobody's there yet. I really expected that at this point we would have had a winner, or at least be done with this construction phase, but as you can see, winter is just over. Everything melted away. The excavators are still here. They don't take a break, they don't sleep, they don't do anything, they don't even require workers in the building. Now that's something. They're finally done. Cool. Go home, guys. Please. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. There we go. Why is that? Oh. Yes. Do we have people living at home now? Yes. 21-year-olds living in the flat are home. Happiness is low. Not sure why. We're doing pretty okay. Excavators are home. Excellent. I said that probably 3 times now. But this is all I want. I just wanted to be able to get a road connection to behind the railroad. Because if I can't avoid just putting railroad bridges or bridges over railroads all the time, I totally will. Now, this looks like a pretty good location, pretty flat already for the next construction zone, so may as well use that. I'm going to use this road to figure out how far my construction office can reach, because it's not guaranteed that it can get to the city where I'm trying to build. But as you can see, we're also having a little problem here because we are still higher than the area that we go into. Everything goes down. So I don't always know. I mean, the red goes up, the yellow goes not up as high, but I'm not really sure which part is where. So it's nice to get that little overview like we just saw. Cool. So everything out here is a little bit funky, but we are still in construction office range, which is very important. There's a little bit podium there, podest, something. There is a potential, I'm not sure if it's going to work, that we can use this heating plant. I would like to use that heating plant, so maybe we use our tools, go to the output, to about here. 1,200 meters. That is not a terrible distance, but I think 1,000 meters is the max for a heat exchanger. So putting a heat exchanger right around there may be our max to think, which a heat exchanger can reach really, really far. So that's a pretty good start. I like that. I will allow the construction office to start building or upgrading these roads. Sorry, I was holding shift, and when you hold shift and use WASD, you will move a lot. But yeah, you can build some roads here, and we will get started on the city center right on this node. Oh, come on, you tricked me. I don't mind having areas like this that are not completely flat. I actually enjoy them quite a bit. I'm not sure what those white spots on the map are. Let's just assume there's something a little funky going on, but nothing that we can't handle right now. Good. First things first. Should we do a rail connection, or should we do a bus connection? That's really the first question you have to answer. I think we are getting to the rail connection relatively soon, so may as well do something over here. How big do we need it? Not 4,000, that's too big. 200 is too small. 10,000 is definitely too big. 350, no. 700. I use this one so much. So much. Just a good size, but I use it too much. 2670, 1370. This one is not bad, but it doesn't have a vehicle connection, which is not ideal. Especially sometimes you just want a... you just want to be able to get a bus out there. So I think this is the winner. That's going to be our connection to everything that's going on. Excellent. That's number one. Number two, get some rail. When you build this, you want to plan rail ahead of time and not after you're done with everything. Otherwise, you may run into, well, you can't place rail here because of reasons. You may run into just things that are easy to avoid if you just plan your rail first, because it's really hard to add rail after you're done with everything else. It's just a fact. So we're just going to add these relatively straight. I will assume that I can just put a really sharp turn in here like this. If I need to connect these guys, can I? I'd like to have the turn a little smoother. Nice. Yes. You just connect right there. That's great. And then the other one should be able to have a relatively smooth connection into this area like this. So now we're connected to everything that we need to. Don't forget that there's also an exit. I don't know where this is going to go yet, but I do know that like I said before, I don't want to have to worry about doing this after I'm done with everything else. Cool. Those are done. Get them in. Now, use your bus station or train station or whatever station you have as a collection point where most of your workers will go to and wait for whatever they need. So put your utility buildings around that area. Shopping center is always one of the first things that you want. Try to reuse your nodes if you can. I think on Crime and Justice there will be demand or need for adding either 2 of the small shopping centers or 1 of the large ones earlier than you used to, just because of the productivity penalty that you will get. You're not going to get around that from what is it? From the Crime and Justice update. Is that what I'm trying to say? I don't think that's what I was trying to say, but that's fine. Theater, we're going to use the big one. I'm planning on making this a big city and just using workers wherever necessary, but I want the court and the court and the prison to be inside the city limits, because I don't want to use public transport for that. Maybe it will go on one of these sites. They're just really big buildings right now because we don't have mods yet available, which is fine. It's not great, but it's fine. Maybe I use a radio station in here as well, because I would like this city to be about 1,500 people, approximately. And a radio station itself uses 150. That's 450 people just for the radio station. And then you look at everything else, and it will add up really, really fast. Sport. Sure. Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. Put that up here. There you go. Yes. Then I guess a university could go in here as well. This should be my biggest city. Hopefully, maybe. It's like on a little plateau. I kind of like... I like a lot of this location, honestly. Yeah, no, that's good. Pub. Yes. I want productivity in this city. I'm okay with having the other city be the population builder, my first city, but this city itself, I want... Yeah, I didn't think you're going to connect there. You made it look like you could, but you really couldn't. I want this city to have a lot of productive workers, because I will use the workers and bring them down into this production area for the time being, if I need it. And if I don't need it, then I'll just worry about that later. But for right now, I do want them to come down. But yes, pub, for sure. This is a good spot. Then I'm trying to go from big buildings to small buildings, so I don't forget the really required things. And this city, looking at the time, especially if I count rail has to get done at some point, 1957 is the cutoff for not using prefabs anymore, which also the court buildings will use some prefabs. I'm pretty certain about that. I haven't actually checked, but I'm pretty sure they will. But yeah, we're getting back to that once we have to. Hospital, yes. We do need hospital. Should I put that like in a central location? Yeah, hospital faces the fire station maybe? Actually, fire station. If I can use you to cover this area, that will be fabulous. So maybe put you on this side, and I will add a secondary road. Just get into this area, hopefully. And then that one can cover that. I think that would be great. So I have that one there. What other official building do I have? How about a school? Yes, a school would be nice, wouldn't it? I don't want to get you connected too tight, because I would like a footpath connection behind us. But this seems to work really, really good. And then, yes, we can get a footpath right behind here. When you build your cities, don't build the footpaths right away. Build the footpaths after your roads are whatever you need it to be. In this case, just gravel. You can go asphalt right away, but I think it's too early for that. But yeah, don't divvy up your roads, because that will make your construction, if you do everything manually, really, really hard. So don't do that. I think I will use this road as a connection to the court and prison. I like that. That should be good. What else am I missing? Obviously, we have a school now. Orphanage. Orphanage is... Actually, I have to check something. I always forget. I haven't really used the orphanage, but the orphanage does not have a range. However, this orphanage is already pretty much overloaded, and we only have 5 more people that we can even employ here. So yeah, I think we need a state orphanage. How about we put that over here? Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Can't think of a better place for it. Effective spacing is what I'm looking for here. And this should work. We could probably do this. Yeah, just a long building. There's not much sense in putting this in a weird way. It did connect 2 footpaths here, and if this happens, like it did for me, just remove the whole road, because if you just put it back in, it's just one node again. And again, the footpaths come later. Don't worry about them yet. That looks good. I still need a kindergarten. It's always the last thing I'll add. And that should be good. It would be nice. Headquarter would be cool. Headquarter would be very cool in this city. I think it would fit. I think it would be great. It's just not something that I will do right at the beginning. So maybe put it on this side. This is technically treated as a university, if you don't know. But it could be a nice to have. Let's divvy this up a little bit and use that node right there. That's great. And this one should be able to just connect there. I'm pretty sure I'm going to use this side of the city for other things. So let's just make it a normal connection there. I like that. As long as you can connect there, that is good. And then you have footpaths on this side of the station already. I'm probably going to put some residential right here. So far, so good. I'm also starting to think one heating plant is probably not going to be enough for this whole city to be covered, but I will do my best to see what happens. Usually one heating plant was able to handle 3 heat exchangers, which can handle a lot of people. I don't actually know the number, but I think one heating plant for 5,000 people was pretty normal. Yeah, that may not be the case anymore now. With the different productivity ratings that you will get, it will be very, very difficult to have that many people happy all the time. Okay, secret police. This is a real city, and I am expecting once the bauxite export is happening full throttle, that we will get enough money and that's not really a problem anymore. Oh, good, that road is done. I'm going to leave this because if I try that again, it will probably just get deleted and I won't be a happy camper. You look like you're doing pretty okay. Once this one is done, I will probably have to do something about the buses and maybe just upgrade the bus sizes. But we'll see. You guys are done. I will expect to need more housing here. Probably not soon, but soon enough. We have about 100 empty spots right now, not quite. So we're getting there. How many workers do we have? 743. Yeah. What's this? Student hall. I don't see that we need you. I would like to clone this building. I don't... Oh, it's one of those that I can't. Great. I don't want our construction offices to not do much right now. So I'm looking for something that they can work on. How's this? 800. No workers. That's fine. The 2 buses that we have should be full most of the time. Yeah. So when they come in, they do produce a bunch. Great. City. Back to the city again. So we have everything that we need besides... there's a big hospital. There's a big fire station. I think we really have everything that we need besides kindergartens. And I will add those as we require them. And substations and heat exchanger and all that stuff too. But I think a heat exchanger will go right in here and will cover most of this area, whatever we throw there. And that's a pretty good start. If we need another heat exchanger, I think we will just put another heating plant on this side. And that will be fine, unless we just put a second heating plant here that will just cover us directly. Maybe I'll do that. I think that may be actually a nicer option. But, cool. Great. Here we are. Radio station. That was the other thing I may want. It's just... There's no way I can afford this right now. But, if I ever can, let's plan ahead. How many workers will I have in this city? I hope enough. I really hope enough. And you will actually want to get your radio and TV set up sooner rather than later, simply because if you don't, gosh, it's taken forever. If you don't, you will have more problems with loyalty and just everything that you have. And you may also want to add multiple radio stations because I'm pretty sure they compound their effects. It may be that you have to have different effects on each radio station, but if you can affect everything that your citizens want or need or complain about, why not do it? I think that's a great opportunity right there. We do need monuments. We definitely need monuments. I see 2 spots already that should be pretty good for that, but yeah. Let's get this one done really quick. Okay, You didn't think I was going to show you the whole thing there, right? It's taken long enough as it does, but I had a pretty cool idea, speaking of monuments, because I would like to not use the same monuments all over the place. The red star is the best one that you can get, but I believe if we can make this a little unique radio station, it's a government-owned radio station. Obviously, that has to go there. The red star, I would like right in front of the HQ. And then some other monument in here. This is perfectly sized for this. I will connect all the footpaths when we need it. I'm pretty happy with that. I would like something there that's maybe not a monument, but the fountains don't really have an effect. A big fountain may actually be able to fit there. Medium fountain? Medium fountain can totally fit here. Yeah, may as well. I do one more monument, 2.8. Yeah, these are just too small to throw in there. Most of these. And most of the modded ones may not have an effect yet. Wow, you are a tiny monument. I don't feel comfortable going that small. Bunch of stuff. There was an effect, 4.5. Yeah, no. These are just too small. I understand why they exist. They probably were added because existing saves had issues finding spaces for the monuments when the loyalty update was released, but that does not mean I have to use it right now. Put one there, put one here. Now here's a triangle of stars. I think that looks pretty neat. As long as I can still, this connection I will have to make at some point. That should be good. So, moment of truth. I'm going to save this really quick, because if something goes wrong, this is not my fault. Game settings, crime and justice on, yes. Sometimes it will restart, sometimes it will let me. Pause. Very important, pause. We're not going to leave this on, but you have to do that if you want to be able to build your buildings over here. So we definitely need a police station. There's already a secret police on that side, so I don't think I want that. And this building is a little smaller, so let's build the bigger one first. Courthouse. You feel like as long as you fit right in here, you found a new home. And not a ton of terraforming required. Awesome. And with this, the jail, the prison, should fit perfectly on the other side. And I like that. Prison. It is very big. I would really like it if I can use the same road connection, because then we at least can pretend that people went from court to the prison right away. I am moving this out a little bit, again, because I want to be able to put a footpath in between everything later on. So let's redo this. Get rid of that road. Get rid of that footpath. That looks great. This one can come out this way. Let's turn on F2. The grid lines are actually pretty good. I'm not that bothered by a little angle there, so that is fine. Get up, not the prison, get the courthouse to align with the prison road. I guess this is as good as we're gonna get, but I'm happy with that. We're very happy with that. So these are all connected. That is excellent. Police is the only one we don't have. And I don't see a good reason why this one can't be over here. There's nothing really blocking us. So that looks good. Again, footpaths are later on, and I'm pretty certain that we can get footpaths through everything that we have here. Just doing a quick check. That looks good, that looks good, that looks good, yeah. We're going to connect the whole city up once we're ready for that. So now that we have everything we need, we save that again, because it may do something funky, and we will turn crime and justice off. We will turn it off 100% once this city is done. When's that city going to be done? Probably in the 60s. I don't know what else to tell you. Otherwise, I will have to take out humongous loans to make this work, and that does not feel right. I should have started with medium money at that point. I'm not restarting the season because I want to see how this plays out. Because I think it's doable. I think we can do this, for sure. Oh, there are new heat exchangers that I haven't used yet. You look... I don't even know what to do with you. Water tower. This was one that I saw a lot in one of the reviews that I did. And I actually really liked it. Do you reach everyone? You do reach everyone. And the water tower, what's your tank capacity? 300 cubic. So this is a large heat exchanger, which is perfect. Yeah, I like it. Plop you here. And one may be enough. If one is not enough, we will just have to take care of that later on. Substation. Probably... If I can put you right here, that would be great. Because you cover everything on this side, and then I just need one more that covers everything on that side. I would like to leave the star a little bit on its own, if I can. I'm gonna use that. I've done that before. So that looks good. The next couple things that we need are our transformers. That one's too small. This one is the one that I prefer. Put it somewhere where it makes sense and doesn't take up too much space for other things. Am I okay here? Or is it too much on the mountain? I think I'm okay right there. They can start building that road as well. Let's turn the ugly off, not more ugly on. How are we doing here? We are done. Wow. We're gonna get our first train. That's what we can... It's only 35,000? That is amazing. I don't have any other way to get it here, so you have to buy it in there. Obviously, we don't currently have any materials in there. So let's get those going. There is... Let me check something. Yeah, you need prefab panels now. I can't get around it, and you can... Well, if all of these will be wooden rail, I could do it, I think. Let me check something. Build concrete rail, build wooden base rail. There you go. You require board, steel, gravel, so you don't require prefab panels. I don't believe that concrete rails were not a thing in the 50s. Pretty sure wooden rails were replaced pretty soon. So at this point, we're just going to allow prefab panels for import. There you go. We have this guy signed already, and you should be able to drop everything off that it needs. I would like you to fill it up to 50%. I don't need electrical components, but I'm also not allowing you to purchase them. No, I do. Yeah, I don't want those. They will cost a lot of money, so I'm just going to check everything individually besides electrical components just to save some money, and that looks good. Are you doing something right now? Just some roads. So next thing you do is build this guy, and then you will probably start building this city over here. I'm pretty sure I will add another construction office in the near future. We don't need it yet because we don't have enough money or materials to get this one done. So I think we still have some time. I'm at a pretty good pace. We're almost at 800 people, and this is the first step to actually play with crime and justice on. So I think I like it. Great. Let's build some residential nonsense in here. We are at the end of the episode. I don't want to make these too long, and just adding the residentials there will take enough time to go over that that hour mark, and I don't want to go past that. So this is all looking really good. Obviously, we're making money. I will show you our current import-export for, I guess, where are we? April. Last year. We started exporting bauxite. It's not a lot, but it's pretty good. Food is our best export. Clothes, we're using a lot of them, but it also means we're not importing these. So I think that's a win. We're at least saving half the money because the rate from fabric to clothes is about that. And it looks like we're going to start exporting clothes here pretty soon once these guys allow it, which is pretty exciting. How are we doing on workers? Oh, right now, this guy is not assigned at all. Am I okay with 14%? Yes, I am okay with 14%. How many? 25 workers. Yep, I am happy with that. I would like to see this guy leave the building for the first time, and that will be what I'm leaving you with. So, thank you very, very much for coming. Thank you very much for watching. There's the guy, just on cue. Awesome. We have started on rail. We have started on better exports. We have started on the next city. We've done a lot of things in this episode. I'm actually really happy to say that because the last 2.5 episodes were just not... Sorry, the last 1 3/4 episodes were not that exciting. But now we're here, and now we are updating, upgrading, and getting places, and I'm pretty excited about that. Obviously, this is going to be a very, very, very extremely expensive time ahead of us, and we'll see how we survive that. But for now, we are... Well, we're cheating a little bit. I have crime turned off. Just the way it is. I wish I didn't have to, but I had. And here we are. We're just going to deal with it and do the best we can with the cards that we've been dealt. I will go around here and turn off the rails when they shouldn't be constructed, so we only have one rail piece done for everything here, for everything that's going on. But I'm probably not going to come back before the tunnel is done, because that one's going to take a while, especially with this builder. So, yes, thank you for coming. Don't forget, like, subscribe, do all that other stuff. I have Patreon if you want to click on that. I have Discord if you want to come by, chat, hang out. And a lot of other things are going on. So this has been fun. Thanks for coming. Appreciate it. Bye.